Good evening, you beautiful people. Welcome to My Sweet Housemate. So I typically don't play these kind of games, but it looked kind of funny, and I was like, well, might as well try it, you know? Get some laughs out of it. So as far as I know about this game is, we are a struggling person in America trying to find a house. So we probably do some shady stuff to get affordable housing. User 369. All right. Oh, room 15M2. Single room, shared kitchen, shared bathroom, no deposit. Okay, one room in the apartment at Williamson Avenue. No deposit, 1 year minimum tenancy. Sounds good. All right. By name. Dude. Is there a... Boo boo doo boo doo. Boo boo boo. Boo boo bee bee boop. Let's go with the... Because from what I saw, it looked like they're, you know, the main character is heroine or a girl, woman protagonist. So let's go with a lady. Boo 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 bee boo. You entirely wait for the application to go through before you shut your old laptop with a sigh. Ancient thing has clearly been seen better days. Somehow already managed to start hyperventilating after you had opened just a couple tabs. You promptly put it in your backpack as you lean back in your seat. You can't help but look at your sour chuckle. Let out a sour chuckle. Anyone else would probably find this old worn down diner seat extremely uncomfortable, but you don't have the luxury of complaining. In fact, it might be the softest thing you sat on in a week. Unaware of your actions, you start anxiously fidgeting with your phone, silently praying to all the possible gods out there their application will be approved. 9, 10. At this point, you've been homeless for 11 months, nearly a year. Saving all the money you could for several months, you were finally able to save enough to rent an apartment for at least what you thought. In 11 months of homelessness, the housing prices have went up, making it practically impossible for you to find anything affordable at this point. You've frantically searched every housing website, hoping to at least get some shitty old room, but nothing has ever even nearly in your price range. But this was everything you could ask for. You were thinking whoever up was in the sky or down in the pits of hell managed to apply basically minutes after the listing went live. It's shady as hell, no deposit, no required credit history, you aren't even any pictures, and cherry on top, to live with someone, a random guy you have no information about. You were so eager to get it first, but that didn't even ask for a tour. If anything, you're almost entirely sure that it's probably some old shed or even worse, a human trafficking trap. But you're already at this point, you don't care. You're like you'd just go insane if you had to spend another night on the streets. You shudder at the memories. Yeah, anything is better than that. You swear your heart skips a beat as your phone lights up with a new notification on the home screen. An email from the housing website. Could it be? You impatiently lock your phone, somehow managing to enter your password incorrectly twice before you do. You quickly locate the email app and anxiously start reading. Boo 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 boo. Thank you for your application, Jessica. We appreciate you using our services, and our smart algorithm has picked these 5 other apartments for you to look up. Are you kidding me? I just applied and already got an ad? You silently curse the website, thinking it has been better if they paid for your rent instead of financing these ads that no one probably even looks at, well, besides you. While busy in your grandiose brain cursing sessions, you almost skip another notification that quickly floats in your phone screen. It's another email. But it isn't. It's an email. Whoever had posted the room listing. First thing you note is ridiculous length. It's short. Too short. In fact, there was only 3 lines, 2 of them being Dear Jessica and BR. Kim, the name of the original poster. The line says, if you can come to the apartment to sign the contract within 30 minutes, I'll give you the key. You're entirely sure that your heart is skipping at least 30 beats a minute. You immediately spring to the seat, grabbing your backpack on the way before your attention is a small cup of unfished coffee on the table. Squeezing your lips with the rising guilt, you quickly grab and drink the cold remnants before putting it back and storming out the diner. Will this finally be the day that ends your homeless life for good? You find yourself in the front of the apartment door, trying to catch your breath. You don't particularly know, but somehow manage to make it in time. However, now you aren't even sure that you were in front of the correct apartment in the first place. You were fully expecting some shady old building, but it turned out to be just some average apartment complex. Something you could probably even dream of affording in the current state. You hesitate for a good minute, but before letting out an anxious sigh, pressing the doorbell button. You hear the ordinary buzz sound play on the other side of the door, and then complete silence. That silence quickly gets interrupted, though, as you hear some faint footsteps sounds behind the door. Right, buddy, but up. You jolt as the sound of the man's voice. Sounds like we're gonna get transported to Animal. I almost said Animal Farm. What's that game called? Animal Village. I can't remember. It's on the. Doesn't matter. You jolt as the sound of a man's voice comes from within the apartment, but almost instinctively push the door open. You still hesitant. You awkwardly step into the entrance. As you walk, and you almost immediately get taken back by the surroundings. You've replayed so many made-up horror scenarios in your head, and your way here, you slight ordinary-looking hallway seems scarier than anything you could have come up with. There's not one side of just default to a police station in front of the present entrance door, not even daring to make a single step. Now you've actually in the apartment, and you've confirmed that it looks more or less normal. Your anxiety levels are going through the roof. You have to make a good impression. You won't have another chance like this. Oh, he looks like he's had a long day at work. You almost jump into this tall, slouched man suddenly appears in one of the doorways of the hallway you're in. You don't immediately realize that he's dressed in a suit because of how disheveled and scruffy he appears to be. Albeit, you're in any position to judge. His eyeballs almost seem to emerge with his dark eyes as he tiredly looks straight at you. If your eyesight was just a bit worse, you would have even thought he was just two big holes for eyes, even how pale his skin is otherwise. Dumbfounded, you stare back at him, thinking that his eye contact is going on for a bit too long for your taste, before you realize that it's just a cue to respond. Ah, yes, that's me. Hey, Captain. That's just me. Out of confusion, feels a minute before hesitantly speaking. Right. Well, my name is Sungmin Kim, but just for the first name is fine. Just Kim, sorry. You don't mind, I'll be late for work if you don't hurry, so just follow me to the kitchen. Waste no time and promptly walks to the kitchen. You are left with no choice but to follow him. You step in the kitchen and once again get temporarily stunned by just how normal everything looks. Sure, you can tell that someone lives by small stains and patches of dust here and there, but if you had to choose, you'd happily use the space to take some photos for online housing ads or something. Speaking of photos, thank you for the heaven's time today. Put up pictures of the apartment, it would have gotten snatched before you could even apply. You don't know if just pure laziness or simple lack of time, but you couldn't tell me more grateful for the man in front of you leaving the listing so empty. But you shouldn't feel grateful just yet. You haven't signed the contract. Look at the papers and sign the places I marked. Huh? Papers on the table. It's the contract. Wait, is this it? That can't be it, right? You won't even ask for any additional information? But you're concerned about the rent. The payment is obviously up front, but we can go through that in the evening. If I stay any longer, I'll get fired for being late. You're free to move your stuff and unpack, though. But if you're not interested, then that's fine. I appreciate it. And then I appreciate it if you know. I'll sign if I'm interested. Well, you're an eager one, aren't you? Right. Clearly, this man is not too concerned about his new flatmate will be. If he was, he wouldn't have put an empty listing and responded to a random application within minutes of receiving it. You can't even afford to care about his reasons at this point. It's a good apartment and the rent's something you can afford, and only tenant doesn't look at all too crazy. You quickly grab the papers with slightly trembling hands as you then read through them. After making sure it really isn't some part of human trafficking ring, you take the pen laying around on the table and find the marked spots Kim mentioned. You wrote your name incorrectly. No big deal, you just have to rewrite it. That's funny. Sean, you deliberately breathe out before handing the papers to him. He quickly goes through them and nods at you. Great, your room is the opposite of the bathroom. It is to the right of the kitchen. It should be it for now. Alright. The man in front of you feels his pockets for a brief, putting in his hand and taking something out. Here's the key. Just don't lose it. Seems to shake even more as Kim puts a simple metallic key into them. I won't. Be greatly appreciated. Anyways, we'll handle the payment later. I need to get going. Right. Lock the door? Yes, of course, right. Try to shake off the stupor, but still can't believe that you're officially not homeless anymore. You feel somewhat stupefied. You follow Kim back to the entrance where he proceeds to put his shoes on. Shoes that looks as scruffy as he is, and then stands straight in the front of the door. As straight as his slouch back allows him to anyways. Just make sure to lock it properly, and don't let strangers in. I'm not a kid. At least I know this much. Right. Well, I'll see you in the evening. I'll be happy to have you for dinner. Haha, that's funny. Leaves to the entrance door and wasting no time. You shut and lock it. Simple notion, yet feels so foreign to you. While on a different level, you are now also a resident of this apartment. You own a key, you can lock the door, you can sleep in your own room. So simple, yet so foreign. You squeeze the key that's already made in home in your palm and can't let it out, but never to smile curl your lips. I did it. I really did it. Still overcome with the mix of relief and excitement, you locate your room that, just as Kim said, is opposite of the bathroom. I walk to the simple door in the bedroom. It appears to be just as simple. You're surprised to find it's actually fully furnished bed, desk included. At this point, you don't even mind sleeping on the floor, but seeing how the bed has its own bed sheets, you almost tear up. If this is a dream, I will be so pissed. But it isn't, and you can hardly believe it. Well, I guess I might as well unpack. The thing about being homeless is besides the backpack always glued to your shoulders, you have no other things. Take it off and start going through your stuff. Pack stuff. Finally, then putting your stuff away, you turn towards your new bed and look down at rising temptation. You no longer resist it. You let yourself fall in the bed sheets, so soft and all yours. Rub your face against the pillow with a smile. It feels that the luck you've accumulated throughout the years was all poured into this one day. Who knows? Maybe in the future you'll be able to rent an apartment of your own. Everything seems possible now. It really does. You don't notice your eyelids start feeling heavier and heavier by the time you release, when as a few minutes have already passed. Luckily you don't have a shift today. Might as well take a nap. A really lucky day. Left with no energy to think, you let yourself fall into deep slumber. When you open your eyes again, it's already dark outside. Feeling strangely satisfied and refreshed, you stretch and slowly sit up. I haven't slept this good in a long time. Oh, crap! Kim said he'd sort out some rent paperwork in the evening. He offered to have dinner tonight. Free food? Crap, this is not what's important right now. You feel a sense of anxiety build up in your throat as you check your time on your phone. 10:27. Crap. Suddenly curse. Whoop. Yourself for being so careless, you get off the bed and start unconsciously walking back and forth. I mean, you really cared, you would have woke me up, right? It's not like you locked the room or anything. Is he even home? Cautiously tiptoe towards the door and quietly put your ear against it. You can hear any sounds. He's here. You literally make out the footsteps around making noises coming from outside your room. Great. Wonderful. You're not even getting kicked out just yet. Dinner offer is still on the table. Not wanting to wait any longer, you swing the door open and walk in the hallway. Surprising, the hallway, I did it again, looks really different when it's dark. Almost has new feeling to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming you witnessed earlier. You don't spend much time mulling over the perception of the hallway though, as your attention is caught by the light coming from the kitchen. The sounds are coming from there too. You have to be Sherlock to deduce that Kim is there too. Not wasting any time, you walk towards the light. Wait, what? This can't be. Queen of the kitchen. What the heck? Oh, hey. Can't be right. Come on, Jessica, you're not stupid here. Needs to be an explanation. Right. Early Halloween decorations. Hyper realistic cake. You making? You know, liking those videos? Everything is cake? Those are all cake, right? No, these are real human body parts. Oh my gosh. Come on, you're supposed to agree with me. Oh, sorry. This is just a weird looking pig. And you just started thinking you lucked out of this apartment. What is he? A serial murderer? A cannibal? A serial cannibal? No, wait, that's wrong. A cannibal serial? If you're thinking about calling the police, I'd advise you against it. Of course you're calling the police. Next thing you know, you'll be a leg on the cutting board. You didn't read the contract. Murderer in a pink apron now. If I get arrested, you can no longer stay here. Read my thoughts too? I don't. How do you know I'd stay here anyways? I have a grandma I can stay with any time. No, you don't, Miss Jessica. And if you do, you probably ate her enough to apply to random suspicious listing and sign the contract all in the same day. So you did it on purpose. Well, something like that. But he's right. There's nowhere else I can go, and the only choice would be to turn to life on the streets. And the police can help with the situation too. Man, what the heck? Are you gonna eat it? Yes. It's too much meat though, so I'm storing in the future. I don't get such tender meat often. It would be a pity it went to waste. It wasn't the dinner you was talking about, was it? Are you even supposed to do it now? Tolerate a cannibal living literally in the same apartment as you? But life on the streets, feeling your skin being so dirty no matter how you scrub it, nothing can make you feel clean. Long nights spent dumpster diving through the pounds of discarded food just to be chased away by minimum wage employees that, in retrospect, are in no better situation than your own. You shudder at the memories. Listen. Yes? Ah, shoot. Whatever, anything is better than going back to this point. If they catch you, don't involve me. And don't eat me. Deal. Might take a while. As you can see, it's really messy. So let's talk about your payment tomorrow. Right. Well, you probably better go to sleep. Unless you want to watch. No! No thanks. Well, see you tomorrow then. Yeah. Good night, my new housemate. Don't forget, I know where you sleep. You literally live in the same apartment. Why wouldn't you? I thought I should remind you. Right. I'm leaving now. I'm going this way, and you're going to stay here. Good night, Jessica. I feel like you won't be able to sleep tonight, but you zonk out. Next few days are overcome with faint, sudden panic, and afraid that Kim will eat you, or even worse, the police finds you and you will have to be back on the streets. But nothing happens. In fact, after handling the first rent payment, you don't even see him at all that much. Your shifts typically start in the early morning and end somewhere during the daytime or evening. You thought it would be at least catch him at home. Despite all that, you don't even see him leave the apartment. His shoes are already gone by the time you wake up. 3 weeks pass without noticing it still, and you count the amount of times you cross paths with Kim on one hand. The few times that you did see him, you could feel his gaze linger on you. You're not sure what this is about, but even when he's not around you, you still feel his eyes lapping on your skin. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and sounds coming from the kitchen, which your imagination twists into this sick imagery. But aside from that, you really have nothing to complain about. You can't be more grateful than have a solid roof above your head and somewhere to return after work every day. Some form of steady housing really does change your life for the better. You don't have to worry about where to sleep every single night, about not being able to shower when you want, and the chance of getting robbed if you're not capable enough, on having some privacy and so on. You hate to admit it, but really don't regret staying here even a bit. You condemn what Kim does, but considering you're not really exposed to anything, even the constant dread of being butchered or kicked out, if he's ever found out, slowly leaves your mind. Surprisingly, even your funds start looking better now, and you're able to take on more hours and leech off his Wi-Fi. Heck, you're even able to start considering getting a second job. Everything seems almost too good to be true. A second job? And you're liking that? What the? Loud sound coming from somewhere in the apartment suddenly pulls you out of sleep slumber. Something fall? It's probably a body, or even worse, someone. Image of Kim dragging a new corpse in the apartment suddenly pops in your head. Yes, irk. But what if something happened? Spend a couple minutes sleepily contemplating if you'd rather the sound be a corpse about to be devoured by the landlord, or the same landlord collapsing on the floor. Whatever. It's a corpse to pretend it's a hyper-realistic cake. Yeah, cake. Your housemate's on the floor looking as if he collapsed a few minutes prior, and you guess what probably happened too. Wasting no time, quickly walking up to it. Hey. Hello? Hey! No need to yell. Oh, finally. Good morning, USA. What happened? You okay? But I'm too tired. And hungry. And you realize the man in front of you smells. Bad. Awfully. You might say abhorrently. Your thesaurus section of listing synonyms for the word bad gets interrupted by Kim lightly groaning as he attempts to stand up. Geez, what time is it even? Definitely past 12 a.m. at this point, and he came from work? Just another wage slave. You can't help but feel bad for him. Surely he might be living in this nice apartment. You would lie if he said you didn't feel a twinge of jealousy. What even is this point of having it if you just come here to sleep? Camaraderie fills you with enough sympathy of want to help the man in front of you. All right, come on. I'll give you a hand. Huh? You know a hand. Just don't bite it, okay? You know you're hungry and all, but I'm not food. Remember that. You help Kim as he dumbfounded looks back at you. He grabs it and heavily gets up. Go shower. I'll make you something in the meantime. What? Are you sure? Yes. For once. But... Look, just don't go stink up the place before I change my mind. Alright, okay. Anything. Kim probably disappears behind the bathroom door. Well, that's that. Time to cook now, I suppose. You should put Kim's queen in the kitchen apron on, but quickly decide against it. That thing probably has seen more blood than your blood vessels have in your entire lifetime. I'm kind of skimming a little bit now because I've been reading a lot. You immediately start checking the drawers and cupboards and search for ingredients. Alright, it hasn't really divided the kitchen space, but since you don't have a lot of things anyways, you took the liberty of picking up an empty one and stored all the things in there. As you go through the cupboards, you quickly realize that apart from the condiments and instant ramen, there's nothing of nutritional value. In fact, most cupboards designed for food are just filled with brim with nothing but cup ramen. What the? You already felt bad for him, but now you feel really bad. Feel so bad, in fact, that you check your own cupboard to see if you could make anything yourself instead. Unfortunately, it happens to be the day when you're out of almost everything, and besides, a sad handful of oatmeal is staring back at you from the bottom of the jar. There's nothing you could turn into a substantial meal. Substantial? That's not the word. Defeated, you return to the ramen cup board raining on the shelves. Cup ramen is, I guess. Pick a pork-flavored package and start cooking. Cooking time! There we go. Do-do-do-dee-dee. All done, I suppose. Squeeze out a smile and pride in your work, but no amount of grinning can make this sad excuse of a meal any better. An idea pops in your head. The idea is so foreign, your morals, that you wonder if you start going insane cooking that cup of ramen. I mean, he's a cannibal, so we made some human meat for him to go together this ramen. You have to look in the freezer to know it containers full of human meat down there. If anything, you're grateful that he is at least stored in the fridge. In fact, he doesn't store anything in the fridge at all. His side's almost empty, and yours is just occasional milk and eggs in there. Don't tell me he's been surviving off instant ramen and human meat. Well, if it's not really to contemplate about Kim's dietary choices at the moment, probably be out of the shower soon. You have to decide. Let's cook him some human meat. He's a cannibal. Be only natural to cook some human meat for him, right? You swallow it up, you open the freezer. Cold air pouring out. Is it some sort of evil premonition? It's just chicken or pork or fish. So be cooking anything but human meat as you reach for the freezer compartments. When you finally find enough courage to open it, it surprisingly turns out to be nearly empty. It's just one lonely container lying at the bottom. Honestly, it's nothing like you expected it to be. No gouged out eyes, no jars of human teeth, nothing grotesque, just one small container. Calms you down enough to simply pick up the last little plastic box in the freezer. Second thought, absentmindedly take out the pan and start the process of frying meat. Heat up the pan, pour some oil. By the time you supposedly put the meat in the pan, you're relaxed enough to easily do it. Pre-cut slices, leaving with the easy part of the job. After a couple of minutes, you're spacing out in front of the stove. It's a familiar smell that brings you back to reality. Pork! It smells like pork! Did you really manage to convince yourself it's just pork after all? Hey! Yes, I'm pregnant. I know you can't touch my belly. What the? T-shirt choice. Yes. Are you pregnant? No. Have you ever been pregnant? No. No, I haven't. What's with these questions? Never mind. Anyway, something smells really good. Oh yes, I couldn't find it, so I made some cup of ramen. And I'm frying some human meat. Practically feel his breath in your face. Instinctively, you take a step back. Is he not happy? You're burning it. Oh, wait, you're right. Can you fetch my sunglasses from the bathroom, please? I'll take over the cooking. Ah, yes, sure. Appreciate it. Quickly make your way to the hallway. In fact, it almost feels like a dream or a nightmare. Regardless, you're just happy you're not one frying in that pan. You step into the bathroom. What are we looking for? Oh, his glasses. Derp. When you successfully get Kim's glasses, return to the kitchen, you find him already sitting at the bar table. Food ready in front of him. You had the minute glasses. Okay, blah. Whoops. Alright, that too fast. Skipped it too fast. Man gratefully nods and you bit hesitantly grab a stool and sit on the opposite side of him. You assume that Kim will start talking first, but unsurprisingly, he continues eating, completely ignoring your presence. You have to be one of this to start the conversation. Why do you eat people? I don't know. It's always been this way. What kind of answer is that? No, you can't just eat normal meat. Well, all meat is just meat. But no, I can't. Why not? I don't know. Just a need. So you're like a vampire? I'm not immortal, though. I don't really need to get anything from it. I'd say no. Look like one? What's that? Nothing. Spend the next few minutes in silence, finishes his food, absorbed in your own little world, stare at the window at the city. The whole situation almost seems funny to you. Just a few weeks ago, you had nothing to go and had to look for a place to spend the rest of your night and every single day. But now you're here, sitting in front of a clean, cozy kitchen with a cannibal eating human meat by your side. Human meat that you prepared for him, nonetheless, it's like a dream in heaven. You can't help but admit, much rather prefer this bloodthirsty cannibal's company to your homeless life. What a cursed world we live in. Hey. Huh? Thanks for the meal. Ah, yes, of course. It's been a long time since someone made me a meal. They're making me a meal out of them. Oh boy. Is this an attempt at humor? Probably head to bed after doing dishes. While there's still time to sleep. You should probably do the same. Sorry for waking you up. How did you... You already have that puffy morning face. Well, at least he's honest. But he's so right. You must start falling back asleep while sitting with him. You'd rather upkeep your sleep schedule if you want to get a second job. That wasn't an insult. It's kind of cute. You should probably get out of bed before you ask for seconds. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams. With that, you go back to your room and quickly find yourself falling asleep in the warm embrace of the bed. Boing! Next day, you can't help but mentally go back to your encounter with Kim. He feels that he's charming. You feel that he is... horrible? Let's just go with interesting. What's something about him? Would they interest you, despite him being a cannibal and a murderer? You must feel bad about your morbid interest, but your gratitude for the housing opportunity is far greater than your crumbling morals. You know, maybe you've already started losing your mind with all that's been happening. Or perhaps he's started infecting you with his own insanity. Can't ignore your strange fascination with him and spend the whole day thinking about it. You're so absorbed with your thoughts that you don't even realize how quickly the day passes. And then you go back to bed completely exhausted after one day of hard work. Oh, again. Yeah, again. Been a full day for God's sake. This time you don't even have to waste time sitting around and immediately get up and swing the door open in the hallway. Stop in your tracks momentarily. The hallway turns out to be empty. There's no sound of water coming from the bathroom. It's probably showering in there. And then what's the noise? You're not going insane, are you? You hesitantly start walking towards before you notice something around the corner that wasn't there before. Something red. Oh, it's just a corpse. Wait, a corpse? It's like somehow jinxed yesterday. Based on the amount of meat you saw in the freezer or lack thereof, I guess there's probably decided to restock. One looks rough. But why would you need to tie it up, though? Please! What the? Alright, okay. It seems like this corpse is not dead. Please spare me. I haven't done anything. Alright. You're supposed to do now. Says you desperately play in her eyes, her arms, legs both tied in thick layers of rope. Definitely not something you expected or were ready to deal with when you were leaving your room. Mentally cursed at Kim. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? No, I'm not. That guy. Looks petrified. Well, no wonder, as you practically head to toe covered in blood. But really awkward. She's just pouring with insane lack of luck and you know her fate before anyone. You really have any right to intervene? Then please, will you help me? Then responding, you just rub the back of your neck, feeling conflicted about what to do. At the sight of the woman's face sinks in growing hopelessness. What's your name? I'm Alicia. I like the nice, but probably not the best time for that, huh? Yeah. He's so scary. I just walking down the alley and jumped at me out of nowhere. I mean, look at all his blood. He did all this to me. What's gonna happen to me? He's keeping you prisoner, isn't he? Well, you wouldn't call it that. Come on, two are stronger than one. Come your way. I might not look it, but quite agile, you know? Well, we don't want to risk being the one getting eaten instead. Come on. Don't you see I'm scared? Oh, yes. Yes, you can. Jessica, please. I don't want to die. Save her. Don't save her. Oh, can't just leave this poor woman to die. You might be bad enough to live with Cannibal yourself enough. Figure to not watch someone get killed in front of your eyes. Okay, alright. I'm gonna help you escape. Really? Thank you, of course. I repay you. You're my hero. Opposite just a moment ago. Just wait here, I'll go fetch a knife. Please hurry. It would be really bad if caught you trying to help her escape. If he doesn't see anything, maybe you can just come with a lie and say she escaped on her own, clueless. Surely he won't do anything for you, right? Think about it later. It's time to act. Quickly made sure the sounds of water coming from the bathroom and quietly sink into the kitchen. Searching time! I bet you as soon as he grabs it, you grab the knife. I was hoping that would make a noise. Oh, it's a mallet! On the show up at the hallway, the knife. Alicia looks at you with almost elated expression on her face. You did it! And it took me a while to find it. The kitchen drawers are kind of a mess. Doesn't matter. Quick, cut the ropes. Alright, alright. Cut the ropes and very hard not to accidentally damage your clothes. Your budget. Though you're not sure if you can actually be used anymore, the amount of blood on them is probably not something you can wash off. Well, hey, what are you doing? Oh! Oh. What the? I guess I should thank Rodrigo for gifting me the stupid knife. What? You were supposed to escape, not kill him. He's not dead yet. Not the point. Probably can't save him, even though he's still alive. What do you expect? Wasn't gonna keep someone who killed me, those stupid F's alive. Saw you what now? So, you really think all this blood was mine? You did? That's not the point here. Killed my landlord. What does it go even now? Oh, please, like it even matters. You already look like you're homeless anyways. Wow, ouch, that wasn't called for. I don't even... Why did you explain this? Look, girl, I'm a busy woman. I've already managed to tire me out. You're empty. Let's end this already. Oh, jeez! On top of you, one of their hands slightly your throat. Hey, it's your turn now. What? You didn't expect me to witness live, did you? You did actually? Please don't talk to me like a cartoon villain, at least. Yeah, my monologuing is not my style. Anyways, die. Wait. What now? You weren't planning on being one of the monologuing, do you? No time for this. Crap, there should be a way to convince her to let you live. Cool knife you got there. God will punish you. This old thing? Gave me because I think I like pink character from video game for toddlers. Because I like a pink video game character does not automatically mean that pink is my favorite color. I mean, God, I wish people wouldn't assume things about me based on my interest. And sure, pink is just such a stupid color anyways. Would even like it. And just because I kept the knife doesn't mean I like it or appreciate anything. It was just a gift, bro. Chill. I don't know if I would respond with that. Yeah, I hear you. Pop off, queen. You know, I was totally gonna gut you everything like 2 seconds ago, but to me like this is kind of sweet. Good people around me who actually listen. There's pause a moment, and then she smiles. Anyways, what the heck? I really could leave a little lapdog. Plus, you're cute, so that helps. Yeah, okay, I'm keeping you. Let me call the boys to pick us up and go home, girl. Ah, shit. Pink flip phone still sat on top of you. Meanwhile, lies lifeless beside you. His eyes do not move before his lids. His blood seeps into every crevasse of the cold floor beneath him. At the last remnants of this warm fading away with each drop of blood that escapes his pale F. Rest in peace, Kim. You're whisked away by Alicia, spirited away in her life, criminal activities. You know that she's the head of the rather scary-looking organization. You're not entirely sure what it does, but the amount of blood, fire alarms, and money you see every day are a good sign that you're better off without knowing. You're given a shorter, softer life, however, kept by Alicia by some kind of human pet. You become accustomed to Alicia referring to you as good girl. In fact, you can't even get to call her by your actual name anymore. You're not even sure you remember it yourself. What was it again? Each night you go to sleep in a newspaper padded crate on the floor beside Alicia's queen-size bed. Hey, this won't be homeless again. Unless something happens to your new owner. You got the ending. My pet housemate adopted into a new home. Haha! That was cute. And then I think there should be Alright, so let's go here. And we're gonna don't say right. You're good on your own. Sure. How dare you? How dare you refuse me? You know who I am? You see insignificant, stupid yelling seems to attract attention besides freshly showered Kim. So he's like bathroom slate. Oh! He just hit her. Boom! Oof! Wow. Stands victorious over Alicia's now battered corpse. You doubt she can have any chance in the first place, being tied up and all. This made me hungry. Good thing I brought home takeout. First his remark confuses you until glance at it. It's definitely one way to call her a corpse. Hey, Jessica. Look at him. He doesn't want to make you a home-cooked meal now, does he? What you made was decent. And your company was quite energizing. So I was thinking, maybe we could cook together. We could share too. It's definitely out of character. On one hand, you kind of feel too afraid to agree. On the other hand, you feel too afraid to say no. But hey, who knows? Maybe it'll just be a good bonding opportunity. And no more killing will happen. Yes. Right. Help him cook. Why not? Well, it's not like Alicia is your friend or something. There are no qualms about helping Kim cook her. At this point, you've already gone far worse than cooking in person. Plus, being on good terms with Kim, who is very much alive compared to Alicia, seems way more important right now. Sure sounds delightful. I'm a professional chef, though, so stand back. Definitely not bad. Although you should get more practice cooking meat of human variety. He smiled. Whee! Well, it seems like your chance to do so. Kim takes his bloody apron off, carrying Alicia in the kitchen. It doesn't help make him look any less scary, although his exposed skin is practically drenched in her blood. You my chance foot by choice. Okay, boss, what are we cooking? Well, I was thinking making curry. So you can make something besides instant ramen? I like cooking quite a bit. It's a hobby of sorts. If I didn't work this much, I'd probably spend more time indulging in that hobby. Wait, what do you mean? You kill more people? Without breaking a bush, Kim promptly puts you to work at the cutting board. Meanwhile, he starts cooking rice and cleaning the remains of Alicia off himself. Well, time to get chopping. We can't cut this carrot. Oh, there we go. We're just beating it up now. Oh, that's a cute tattoo. Ooh. Meat chunks. Once you're done with the cooking, Kim tastes the second plate and looks at you questioningly. Seems like your landlord is inviting you to join him for a meal. Cannibal meal. Ah, whatever. Let's eat with him. Cook me. Might as well try the fruits of your labor. Plate with freshly made curry. Human curry. Yay! Look down at a fresh bowl of curry. Warm aroma of the piping dish is alluring. It has delicious spice scent that dances around the kitchen, lingering delicately in the air. Various seasonings in the dish create a romantic, hot, and heavy yet sweet, mouth-watering fragrance that you can practically taste. Even meat you cooked really adds some pizzazz to the whole thing. Right, you nearly forgot this curious top off with a nice serving of Alicia. You feel a little guilty that she smells so good. Both take same seats as yesterday and can't help but feel a sense of deja vu. Partially because you did the exact same thing the day before. Seems like a good opportunity to get to know Kim a little better, though. What's your backstory? Enough energy to do this? Seems sweet. Well, for the most part. Figure so. I didn't. She was just there in the alley. Alley? Yeah, she was already covered in blood fighting off some other guys. She was an easy meal. Somewhat you didn't be surprised. I picked someone from the company I work at. What? Someone scummy, someone rich, someone I didn't even have empathy for. And there's days like this when I just get lucky. You know, she was already killing someone. And I could tell it was just a normal thing for her. Fellow killer's instinct, I suppose. But yeah, typically I just kill someone from the source of others' suffering. Best thing I do is cannibalistic, capitalist hellhole. Dang. It's the realest shit I've ever heard. You know, I've actually never told you, but I was homeless before this. If I weren't for you, I'd still be out there sleeping on the park bench of the nearest Teddy's Table diner. Or, you know, shelters. If you can even call them that. Not that I would even let in half of the time. I'm glad you're here now, Jessica. I am too, but it's only on Mark's thanks to you, Kim. I didn't do anything. You know, by yourself. Slows in comfortable silence, Kim seemed to leave. Staring down at your own bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty, ashamed, mortified the choices you get yourself at this point? You should be, you know, logically that you should feel all these things, but... Fuck, you already made some killer curry. Before you know it, a spoonful of steaming curry is already in your mouth. Mix of carrot, onion, and meat is devilishly delicious. Your brow twitches. You shouldn't be disgusted by this. But a normal, regular person be disgusted by this? Maybe you're not regular. Maybe there's two sides of you fighting for dominance. A devil and an angel. Or was it angler? Antler? Doesn't matter. Food is kicking, and you're the pro chef behind it. Not only do you enjoy the meal, but Kim seems to be enjoying it too. You think? His usual question makes it difficult to read him. You're counting this as a win anyway. Boing! So dinner goes pretty well. And so in fact, the two of you go and have many more dinners, spending over weeks, then months, then a year. Or you know what? Relationship then naturally progresses into something more romantic. Oh! Become partners, and you rest him let cook and perhaps set you in this path. Towards destiny. Towards the day Kim proposes to you. You don't expect it, but the abrupt nature of it, when he slips the ring off and your dinner's finger and gets down on his knees, in your size, but you know you could always get it adjusted later. All your simping pays off. Of course, you accept. Your wedding takes place at the most classy location dating Cannibal would ever choose. The butcher counter at the local supermarket. The meat and knives, yeah, you can see naturally it's a breathtaking ceremony. Even the shoppers can't help but stare in wonder, or rather in fear. Probably just jealous of your supermarket wedding. And in the end, we'll have a very grotesque, disgusting, gory future. Exactly what you hope it'll be. Has it rizzed you? Or is it who you rizzed him? Who cares? Congratulations on your marriage! You got an editing. My housemate version 1. Versions that you didn't even fall off a cliff. Boing! Alright, so... Oh, look at that. You want some? Let's go home, dear. Is it pork? Oh, okay. Housemate version 1. Well, that was a cute game. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you next one. Peace.